Welcome everyone back to the UK Journeyman. In today's episode we have two huge away days. We're away to Old Trafford to play Man United, and then we're away to the Emirates to play Arsenal. We'll play the Villa game in between off camera. Since you last left us, we only played the 3 games. It was a 1-0 win, a very late winner from Sano to beat Ipswich 1-0. We then lost to Brentford 5-1, an absolute thrashing, and then a 2-2 draw against Southampton at home, who were bottom of the league. All of that means we are still outside the drop, but a little bit less safe than we were last episode. So we are 7 points clear, which is the good thing, but only 2 positions. So Ipswich, Southampton and Bournemouth right at the bottom end. Getting that win over Ipswich was huge. Ipswich do have a game in hand though, so they could win that, and then that will close the gap between us and them. Sunderland are below us, and there's a little bit of movement above us if we can start to string a few wins together. But based on the 2 games we've got today, that's going to be pretty tough. We haven't done any more transfers, so the team is pretty much as it is. And this is that really who we got? Oh yeah, we've got a couple injuries. Pedrosa's out for 2 to 5 weeks, and Malassia's out for 3 to 5 weeks. So we really don't have a right back. So Carter's going to fill in, and the rest of the team is like this. Neira in goal. Bandekar and Juric maintain their positions at centre-back. Nunez comes in at left-back. We've put him on the loan list. He's unhappy. He wants game time. I can't really play him that much because he's not very good. He's only a decent League One player. So in the Premier League, he is getting absolutely smoked. But obviously, we don't have any other left-backs at the minute. Alvarez and Rodriguez in midfield. Madsen on the right. Nicolosi on the left. And then Cal and Nunez up top. Nunez is now happy. Now he's played a few more games, so hopefully he starts to play a little bit better. Madsen, as you can see, though, is growing really well. So he was someone with the Wonder Kid tag. So yes, he's growing really well. He was only shown as a championship player, and now he's already up to decent Premier League. 6 assists in 16 games. Really not a bad return. So thankfully he's looking a lot better. Mason Carter's not had a lot of game time, and he's really more of a centre-back or a left-back. He's really not a right-back. So I'm fully expecting not to win this game. We really need to get to January. January is soon, which is good, which is obviously going to allow us to bring in all of those players that we've already got lined up that we've talked about previously. Still a few recognisable Man United players there, but yeah, for now we are struggling. I mean, we don't have any real players anymore. We're a fully new gen side, but when you think about it, that's probably to be expected. How many seasons are we in now? I mean, we did 2 seasons at Brickfield, 2 or 3, and then 2 or 3 at Limavady. So that's like 4 or 6 seasons. And then we had League One, the Championship, and now the Premier League. So that's 3 seasons at Mansfield. I think we might be on season 9 or maybe even more than 9. Did we do? I can't even remember how many seasons we've done, to be honest. I think we might be on around season 9. I guess we could check if we needed to. But yeah, we are at Old Trafford. It's a massive, massive game. Obviously, they're up near the top end of the table. We are near the bottom end. But it hasn't stopped us getting results yet. Some people in the comments have been letting me know that two centre mids and with 4 basically attackers, I'm just asking to concede. And I do get that, but it's worked for us so well in the Championship and League One, where, to be fair, we weren't even one of the better teams in the Championship. So it is clearly a tactic that works. I think we just need better players in the tactic. If we keep getting better players and results don't get any better, then I'll know the tactic is not suitable for this division. That looked like a foul. He was brought down, and now he's got a 1-on-3, and somehow he's got round his man. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter how good the tactics are. That was a 1-on-3, and he was able to just play round our players and score. It looked like a foul in the build-up, but it wasn't given. 1-0 United. This is what I mean. I just think centre-back's not good enough. I'm not going to blame the goalkeeper there, but yeah, the centre-backs are not good enough. Juric may end up being good enough because he's got a lot of potential, but Bandekar certainly not good enough. The good thing is they've both been scoring goals from set pieces, which is kind of made their position a little bit better, but yeah, that was so poor. The midfield just letting it go as well. We're not scoring enough as well. I think that's the issue. We've always been a team that's conceded, but we scored a lot. But now, obviously, the players we have, I mean, what is Carter doing there? It's the worst pass ever. The players we have just aren't scoring anywhere near enough. The wingers barely score. And to be honest, Kalpa's probably the only one who's actually getting goals, and even his rate isn't that great. But it's to be expected. I think we all knew there was a very decent chance of us getting relegated this season. And, we're not actually in the relegation zone. That's the good thing. I think we need to temper expectations. Yes, we've flown up League One. I think we did obviously well. Oh yeah, it was actually 4 seasons at Mansfield because we had the League One survival and then the League One title win and then the Championship and now the Prem. So it's actually 4 seasons at Mansfield. So it probably is about 10 seasons in game. So having a team full of not wonder kids, having a team full of new gens, regens, new gens by season 10 really isn't crazy. Especially when it's a team like Mansfield that aren't going to be holding on to players for that long. So yeah, not crazy. Still only 1-0 though in the 37th minute. We could get ourselves back into it. That's a great ball to Kalpa, who's got to finish, and he does. That is brilliant. And Madsen is definitely starting to play like a better player now. I think there is going to be a VAR check on it, but I think it was close. But I think. Therefore, I am. A goal has been awarded. Kalpa is the pretty much only person who's going to be scoring our goals. But Madsen's done really well there. One thing I've noticed as well is that these players get tired very easily. I don't think they're used to the absolute physical nature of the Premier League. But 1-1 away from home flatters us slightly, but I'm happy with that. We'll tell the boys we're happy. Everyone's recovered a little bit after half, so we won't make any subs yet. But there's definitely a couple I'm eyeing up to change in the half. But I'll be very happy if we get a point here. Like I say, we are generally just getting snatch and grabs if we are winning games. I think we've only won the one game pretty comfortably this season. Everything else has been pretty fortunate results. The Brighton one and Spurs specifically. Carter with a decent tackle, we just can't follow up, and that's an easy ball in behind. It's going to get swung across. What is the goalkeeper doing there? I don't know why he came across. Centre-back Bandicars just let him straight past, run straight through him as well. Not what you want to see. 2-1 down. I think the goalkeeper's got to take a little bit of blame there. I think he could have done better. But anyway, it was across the face of goal. We won't be too harsh. But a kick-off highlight is always positive. Madsen playing it forward to Kalpa. Back to Madsen. He's got Carter on the outside. He swings it in to Nunez, who's one-on-one. Nunez misses, but Rometh Kalpa picks up the loose ball. The saviour of Mansfield. And it just as quickly as we went behind, we have equalised. It's Mansfield 2, Man United 2. And Kalpa is saving us this game. I knew he was a good signing. We need to get that release clause off him because if we lose this lad in January, we are getting relegated. If we lose Kalpa, we are getting relegated. Thankfully, there's not been any interest in him because he did just sign in the summer. But you never know. Obviously, with the release clause, anything could happen. 60 minutes on the clock. We'll make a couple changes. We've got a couple tired legs out there. Rodriguez not having the best game, so we'll take him off. Nicolosi can come off for Shea Lacey, and Madsen can come off for Sano. Sano is probably a better player than Madsen, but Madsen's a permanent signing. We've got a future fee on Sano, but it's like 35 mil and it's optional. I don't really want to spend that much on him, so I'd rather just give the game time. I know he's got injured, brilliant. I'd rather give the game time to our own player. So what we'll do, we'll move. We don't really have any other wingers. So we'll move Nunez out to the right and bring Silvera on. Ideally, I would have taken Kalpa off, but he's on a hat trick and he's the only one scoring. So I guess we'll keep him on even if he is very tired. But a long ball up falls to Juric, who plays it out to Karbali. Back to Juric. Karbali clearly not confident enough to take it forward. But we are still in this game somehow. Karbali loses it out but plays a good ball into Silvera. Kalpa back to Silvera. Silvera off the bench. And Diego Silvera finishes it and very much against the play. It is Mansfield 3, Man United 2 with 20 minutes to go. Do we change the tactic? Because we did this before against Chelsea. We were 3-0 up. We didn't change anything. And we ended up losing the game. I'm going to wait 10 minutes, but if there's 10 minutes to go and we are still leading, we are going defensive and we are going to hopefully see this result out because the last thing we want to do is concede. And we've got a corner. Shea Lacey stands over the corner. If we score here, I'm definitely whacking us on defensive. Shea Lacey with the corner, swings one in. It's there! Oh, it was Carter. Right, it's 10 minutes to go. I'm not going to change anything too much, but what I am going to do is say in possession, team instructions, we are time wasting more often. So we are just going to be on attack and we're not going to change anything else because I don't want to mess with the tactic. But we're going to time wasting. We'll make another sub, waste a bit of time as well. I think we've got one more sub. Who should we bring on? Let's bring Reggie Walsh on. No, I don't like that. Reggie Walsh isn't coming on. We'll bring Shunbing on for Alvarez. Just a bit more of a defensive midfielder. He's a centre-back. He is leaving us as well. But yeah, we'll shuck him on and hopefully he can shore up the defence, make it a bit more of a back five, I guess, in defence. 6 minutes of added time. These refs are so crooked in the Premier League. 3 minutes remaining. We could be on course for a massive, massive dramatic win here at Old Trafford. It's very much been against the run of play. But the one thing we've not been this season is clinical. And today we have been clinical. We've taken the chances and we've managed to do it. And Man United are coming forward. We need to hope they mess this up. It's a ball in the box! Oh my God. Nunez clattered it off our own man. I thought it was going to be an own goal. It wasn't given. There is a minute left. Man United in their own half. Play it back to their goalkeeper. They're kicking it long. They're getting nervous. Our lads look knackered. They're still racing forward. Why do we have no defenders back? What is happening? Get it out, Juric. Oh my God, Juric, what a hero. Why is there no defenders back? We're going very defensive for the last minute. We're changing it. And time has run out. Full-time whistle here at Old Trafford. It's Mansfield 3, Man United 2. Man United, actually, to be fair, they're not as high as I thought they were. They were 12th. But we actually go just a point. We just go a place behind them. That's a massive win for us. We've done really well there. And one thing you've got to keep in mind, if Man United are only mid-table, if that job comes available, I think that's one of the few teams I would probably move for. Obviously, now we've got this tycoon owner. Got a couple injuries, but it's nothing serious. Yeah, he's going to be out for a bit. Yeah. Now we've got the tycoon owner. Kalper's doing well, isn't he? 8 and 17. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. You know what? He's actually doing really well. He's the saving grace of this attack. Good Premier League player. We need this off him. 18 million. Oh, we need it off him. Can we please Kalper? Oh, he doesn't want to sign a new contract. Nightmare. Okay, great. Yeah, so sorry what I was going to say. What was I saying? Yeah, that's one of the few jobs we would probably go for because realistically, there's nothing else. It's available. Man United is available. Do we apply? They're a worldwide club. 5.36 million wage bill. What's ours? We spend 700,000. The thing is, things are going very well. If we join Man United, it's one of the biggest clubs in the league. It's a no-brainer. We'll apply for it. We'll see what happens. But something like Bournemouth, for example, I'm not applying for that. But we'll apply for Man United. That's one of the biggest clubs in the league. We have to. Let's look at season preview. Where would they be? They're expected to finish 7th, and we're 18th. It's a massive step up. We have to take it. I don't want to leave Mansfield, but we said if one of the, these big jobs in the Prem do not come up that often. If one of the big 6 or 7 come up, I said it was like Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, maybe Spurs, and then United. Because we've got the tycoon takeover, I don't think we need to move on, but we are already 3 points behind them. I mean, but look at their star ratings. They're so much better than us. They're massively underperforming. Yeah, I think we've got to apply for it, and they've received it. They've not rejected it. We'll just see what happens. So I guess what we'll do, instead of playing another game, we'll actually just continue and see what happens with this Man United job, and we'll play the games off camera. Well, here we go. 27th of December. Man United have offered us the interview. We've got to go. We've got to go at the Man United interview. This could be a last job. This has got to be, yeah, we've got to go. Daniel Alabi, the board are pleased you've taken the time to attend today. A few questions. Let's get started. Having never managed a club of our stature and reputation, are you able to make a convincing ease as to why that should be overlooked? I've been building up experience and then I want the opportunity. It will be quite a change for you if you to leave your current job here. Are you confident of handling such a big jump? Yes, I am very, very good. With your team currently defying expectations, are you perhaps looking to take advantage by moving while your stock is high? Well, yeah, obviously. Yes, next step. Why have you felt like acceptable to apply for a number of jobs whilst employed? I don't really want to promise. I don't. I probably wouldn't move again, so I guess a promise isn't the worst. But I'll just say a positive response. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job? Absolutely. Yes, I've got a very good record when it comes to meeting expectations. The club is looking to hire a manager comfortable working with limited resources. It's Man United. Limited resources. We're Man United. What are we talking about? They've got the best facilities. I guess I'll look after the finances. No, that's worrying me. Are you the right person to turn this underachieving club around? Yes, I've got the reputation. I'm like a serious manager now. I've got the ability and experience. Yeah, I'll say reputation. Would you be comfortable working with Jason Wilcox? I mean, he can't be doing that good of a job. But yeah, if they're in, yeah, fine. Mid-table finish. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I would aim higher than that. Okay, well, that's less than what we've got at Mansfield. But their squad valuation's got to be way higher. I'm a little bit sus of this now. I'm wondering if this is the best thing for us. Because we've got a tycoon takeover. Maybe we should just stay at Mansfield and build the club up. Because going to Man United, it looks like it's a step down in terms of money. It's not a step down though, is it? Because they've got 5.7 million wages. That's fine. No, I don't need anything else. Okay, well... now I'm wondering how much better of a job it is. We definitely wouldn't get relegated. We would easily finish mid-table. Are they involved in anything else? They are in the Champions League. So they must have done pretty well the season before. So they are still in the Champions League. So I think we could definitely fix whatever money issues there are at the club. Yeah. Yeah. Where did they finish last season? Can I see that? Because they must have done well. They must have done well. They finished 4th. So this is a massive underachievement this year. I still think we would go. I think we still go if we're offered it. Right, like I say, we won't play any more games. We'll see what happens with this. Yeah, I think Reggie Walsh has gone to San Sebastian. I think there. Yeah, so he's gone to Real Sociedad for 3.2 mil. I mean, we're bringing in so many players as well. It feels mean, but it's such a. It still feels like a step up, right? We'll see what happens. We won't do anything too crazy with Mansfield, but like I say, we'll play any games off camera. If we get the go ahead, I think we're going to Man United. I'm not as sure of it as I once was, but I still think it's a step up, and I still think it's early enough. We could probably get Europa. At worst, we could get Conference League with Man United. So yeah, I think we'll do it if we get the offer. But if not, we'll obviously stay at Mansfield. We're not dying to leave. So whilst we wait for the Man United response, we have reached the 1st of January, so we will discuss the new signings. We already know most of them anyway, but we'll take a closer look at them now they're at the club. So Adrian Suarez joins us from Emelec in Ecuador for just 2.4 million. He's on an 80 grand a week wage packet, but he is a very good player, good Premier League player on the right-hand side. If we stay at Mansfield, if we don't get the Man United job, I think he's going to be a great signing. Next one is Molina. Obviously, we had him previously. We did manage to retrain him. We had him on loan in the Championship. Was very good for us. He went back to Boca. We've now signed him permanently for 12 million. He would obviously be one of our new DMs. He is 3.5 stars of current ability. Wonder kid with 5-star potential. You'll love to see it. Next one is Alexis Bustos. He is a new right back and also play left back as well. Looks very quick and physical. Decent Premier League player with potential to get even better. 22-year-old Argentinian. Joined for 7.75 million from Argentina. He's on a deal, not too much as on the wage as well, till 2038. And then we've got Roberto Salguero, a new centre-back, 6'4", big boy. We needed another centre-back. He's a decent Prem player, Argentinian, 21 years old, joined us from Rosario for 9.75 million. Good bit of business. Another striker, Yamaladin Sulibanov, is a Russian 22-year-old striker, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4-star potential on a 35 grand a week deal. 7 million we paid for him. He's been scoring lots of goals in Russia for Dynamo Moscow. And then the last one is Billy Nicholas, is a 21-year-old English winger. I know, an English winger coming from Al Sadd, very crazy stuff. He signs on a big contract. Decent Premier League player, but with potential to to get better. He signs for just £13 million, formerly of the Leeds Academy, then went to Qatar for big money. He's back in England for 13 million. He's homegrown. He counts as homegrown as well. Very quick and a new left winger. So overall, that makes our first 11 probably look a lot better, as you can see, with the new boys in. It definitely starts to look a lot better. We definitely wouldn't play you there. We definitely would be playing Alvareng as well and swapping them around. Suarez, Nicholas, Kalpa, Sulmanov. So yeah, the attack looks a lot better. We've still got players leaving. I think a couple have left already or are about to leave. Just Reggie Walsh so far, but there is more leaving. That obviously puts our wage bill a lot further down, but we still got 22 million. So if we don't go to Man United, there is every chance. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's good. There's every chance that we sign more players, but obviously we're still waiting on the Man United response. But if we do stay at Mansfield, we have got some pretty interesting new signings. The problem is, since the Man United game, we've not done very well. We lost 3-2 to Villa and then 3-2 to Arsenal, which I guess isn't a terrible result. Goals from Alvareng and Rodriguez in there, and then Nunez actually got a double against Villa, unfortunately. We did lose that game, though, with Duric own goal early doors. So, Premier League-wise, we are looking much closer to relegation now. Ipswich are starting to pick up points, so we are only 4 points clear. I would very much like the Man United job. I think there's no chance we'd get relegated with Man United. We could still get relegated with Mansfield. I'm hoping this new look squad will be able to do some business. But we've still not heard back from United yet. So again, we'll keep going. We've got Everton next, where hopefully we can pick up some points to get further away from this bottom three. So a couple of bits. Mahika has left the club. He's went to Como for 2.9 million. I think we had to pay 575 to him anyway with a sell-on fee. We drew our game with Everton 2-2, but none of that matters because Man United are approaching us. Where are they? Man United have approached us. They're offering a 3 grand contract, a 3-year contract on 100 grand a week. They say there's limited finances. I'm not so sure of that. Allegri was sacked, so we are getting the job. We're currently on 35 grand a week at Mansfield till 2036. This is a massive step up. Now, obviously, we've done really well at Mansfield to get to this point, but looking at the league table, looking where we are, there's every chance we could still get relegated. I know the new signings have come in, will give us a big boost. Man United are really not that much further on than us, and we've actually got a game in hand on them. But they're a much bigger club. It's not as much money right now, but I think we would have more money once we sort out whatever it is that's happened. So they want us to work in the wage budget, which is massive, grow the club's reputation, and then, basically sell some players before buying. We'd probably clear out the squad. The good news is as well, we're in January, so we will be able to join and basically get started with figuring out who we want to keep, who we want to get rid of, and trying to drum up more funds. Keep the director of football place, we already said that. Be competitive in the Champions League, and then just get a top half finish in the Prem. So that's very doable. They're still in the FA Cup. Because we haven't even gotten to that. So there's every chance we could do well. Obviously, the goal of the save is to win the Champions League. So the fact that we're going to a club that's actually in the Champions League is ideal. So we will review. I don't think we need to worry about a relegation thing. We'll ask for a little bit more money, 125 grand a week. They say 115. How about 120? 115's fine. That is finalised. We will click exit. We will hit continue. And there we go. We are Man United manager. Unfortunately, we have less Mansfield. I think it might be a bit of a controversial one, but it is what it is. We've had to join. You can't turn down a club like Man United. The football staff have left. There's been an exodus. I'm not signing them, so I don't know why they've done that. They should have just kept their job. But we are Man United manager, and we will do all of this in the next episode. So that's it for Mansfield. 4th club on the horizon, Manchester United. Potentially, probably our last club of the UK Journeyman. So we will try and win the Champions League here at United, and that will be the end of the save. But we have got quite a bit of work with this Man United squad to do because, like I say, they're not doing that well. They're down in 14th. They want to get at least 10th or above. So we've got a bit of work on our hands to catch them up to there and to sort out whatever issues must be going on at the club. But we'll do all that next episode. We'll have our first episode as Man United manager, where we will play Chelsea in the FA Cup and Sunderland in the... we'll probably sort out the squad and play maybe our first game and then maybe get through to the end of January and we'll play these games off camera. So we'll do all of January with Man United and get the whole squad sorted for the rest of the season. So that's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this last episode, and I hope I'll see you for the first episode of the Man United Save very soon.